All right, what's up, CEOs? It is another auto dealer training, and today the topic is, should you open a dealership in 2022? So, of course, I'm talking to the people who are considering getting into this business, but I guess, it might also be some little something for people who've already started and are wondering if they made a mistake, right? Or like what they should have thought about before they open. So if you are watching this right now, you're probably watching a replay as I wait for people to come in. I'm Shamel Leonard. I founded the Auto Dealer Business School and the Dream Dealership Facebook group because I felt like startup dealers needed a place to go, resources that fit their budget and that talked about things that they needed to know about in their business. So let me know who you are as you're coming in. And what I mean by that is when I first started, like all the resources were for mid-size or bigger dealerships. And so they were really expensive, really time consuming. And I needed something that was within budget and, get quick to the solution, right? And I couldn't find many things like that. So I remember thinking to myself, like, why is there not an auto dealer business school? Like, for this business to be so huge and such an integral part of life, like cars is, you already know cars are everything for, living, right? Like, people need cars. It's a product you can sell that is in demand and always in demand, right? So for this to be a highly sought after product in demand, why was there not an auto dealer business school before? Because apparently I needed to come into this space and make it happen. So I have, and over the years, I've been able to be a speaker at the NADA conference, and I've been able to help several dealerships open and help several dealerships turn themselves around. And, we have members joining every month and we're going strong. I see that it's definitely something that is needed in this space. So let me know who you are when you're coming in. Yes, Yesy, hey, what's up? So I want to tell you first before I get started that I also offer free strategy sessions. And I offer free strategy sessions because I realize sometimes you really just need to talk it out and you just need a course of action, a plan, a straight line, like, a target, right? So I offer these strategy sessions and I offer them mostly for people who are already in the business, but I also offer them for those who are willing to open a dealership or wanting to open a dealership and want some help in doing that, like want to seek a mentor. Okay, so if that is you, then feel free to schedule a strategy session. I'll put the link in the description. All right. So should you open a dealership in 2022? I'm not going to try to convince you to open a dealership because the reality is the less competition in any business, then the more opportunity for those who are already in the business. So I really want to talk to the people who, like, deep down in your heart, you're like, oh my God, like, I think this is my thing. I've been thinking about it for a while. I've been maybe plotting a course and now all this ish happened in 2020 and 2021. I'm hearing this about the inventory or maybe you're already licensed and you're like, man, I'm having issues with inventory. Like, was this a good idea to do this at this time? Right. I just want to share with you that I remember the recession of 2008 because at that time I was actually experimenting with a business then. I was investing in real estate. And I remember I was connected to a mentoring group similar to Auto Dealer Business School. And I met someone there who told me that it's during these times that the millionaires are made because there is so much shakeup and so many people fall out of the game, and those who can stay in the game or who start the game at that time usually end up winning and winning big, right? So this time around, I'm thinking about 2008 and when I got that advice, and I'm like, wow, I got another opportunity to like strike it big, so to speak, right, in my industry in selling used cars, because it is a shakeup right now. Things aren't how they used to be. And when I got licensed, I was flipping cars before, you know, with my husband. Actually, he was really flipping cars, but I went and, you know, helped out in a lot of the process. And I remember asking him, well, you know, do you think we should go the route of getting a dealer's license? And he was like, yeah. And the reason why I wanted to get licensed was because I wanted to be able to get all my inventory in one place, right? Because if you're flipping cars, you know, you go over here, you get one, you go over there, you get one. Like you got to go a whole bunch of places to fill a lot, right? Or to sell a lot of cars. And so that was my motivation. I was like, okay, well, if I get licensed, then that'll solve that problem. Like I don't have to run all over the city trying to find inventory, right? Well, fast forward, and here we are, and we're having some challenges and finding inventory even at the auction, which is why I originally got into the business. I got in to be able to go to the auction, buy all the cars I need, and, you know, move on, right? Well, I had to pivot, and that's what it takes in any industry, is to pivot, because the reality is there aren't less used cars. There's just more demand, right? We're actually getting more used cars infused into our used car economy, because we have people exporting cars from Canada to here because the US dollar is stronger than the Canadian dollar, so they can make more money, right? So we're having more even inventory for us here from other places. So there's not a shortage of used cars, it's just more in demand. So then that just raises the question, like, well, then where are they and how do I find them, right? What's up, Ulysses? Hopefully I got that right. What's up? Good to see you. Glad you are here. So, yeah. So inventory is kind of a big deal, right? But this is the time when you have to innovate and you have to think outside of the box. And if you are a type of person who is excited about approaching solving problems, then yes, this is a great time for you to get into the business. And I would have to say that you can take any risk, right? Like, again, I'm not trying to convince you to be in the business. I just want you to really look at economies and industries and supply and demand and longevity of different companies and longevity of different business ideas and ventures, right? There are people out there who can make any business idea successful. They can take anything and turn it into a profitable venture. And that's not because they pick the ideal time all the time, or that they are positioned ideally and perfectly, right? That's because they know what business takes, and they know how to take all the things that make a business successful and apply it to each and every venture that they take on, right? And so that's kind of the energy I am bringing here. Is like, I think there are two kinds of people. There are people, well, you know, people say that all the time. There's two kinds of people. There are lots of kinds of people, but in this example, I am referring to the people who will stick with the known, even if it's just dull and unexciting and, you know, not like what they need to do with their life, versus chasing after the unknown, right? So yes, I think you can take any risk. I'm a risk taker, and I feel like you can take any risk as long as you do a couple of things, right? Like, you figure out what do you need to know to be successful. And then you figure out what are the indicators when things are going bad, right? Like, what are the numbers? What do you look for to see when things are going bad? What are some ideas to turn things around? And then how do you get out? Right? So you can take all the risks in the world, I feel, as long as you know those 4 things. Like, what do I need to be successful? What are my indicators when things are bad? What are some things to do when things are bad to make them better? And how do I get out if all else fails? Like, how do I cancel, right? So I'm not sure if this is what you came to this video to hear, but I know I'm talking to somebody who is like, okay, now let me just start answering those questions and let me just figure out then, what do I need to be successful? Well, you need a plan, you need a strategy, which is why I offer strategy sessions, because I realize people are out here getting licensed, and getting licensed and opening a dealership are the exact same thing. Because when you get your retail license, right? Retail license and opening a dealership are the exact same thing. Even if you're doing auto broker option in your state, any of that, it's the exact same thing. So I know there are people out here like, okay, well, I want to get licensed. I want to open a dealership. So what are the things I need to know? I need a strategy. And then I need to know how to find out or figure out when things are bad. And then, yes, all the other things that you mentioned, right? So are you picking up what I'm putting down? Is this making sense? I see there are lots of people on, but I'm not getting many comments. They moved a couple of things around. So let me know if you are putting something in the comments and I'm not seeing it, okay? So yes, that's what I do in the strategy session. So if you're looking for a strategy, you're looking to open a dealership, you're looking to get a retail dealer license, then schedule a strategy session. And that is really all that I have. Was this helpful? I'm trying to make sure that, you know, I reach the questions. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Let me know if this is helpful. Kind of feel like this was, you know, kind of motivational even or inspirational, but I do want it to also be practical because yeah, when you get into business, there are definitely some things you need to know. So some of the things that we'll talk about in the strategy session is getting a plan to acquire inventory. Because yeah, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Inventory is different right now. Inventory is, you know, trying to be a little different. So we need to talk about a plan to acquire inventory. We need to talk about a plan to get you a team. And we need to talk about the systems that you need in your business, okay? To run your business. Because like I said, getting a dealer's license, if you think you're just going out here and you're like, I just want to get licensed, it's the same thing as opening a dealership, all right? So get the help you need, get the plan so that you don't just throw your money away on a venture that could have worked out if you would have just had the information that you needed, okay? So any questions? You all are really quiet. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. It's good to see you. Hello. Yes, hello. So yeah, I'll put the link in the description since I'm not seeing anything. I don't know if there's a delay, but I'll put the link in the description for the strategy sessions. And I really hope that you take advantage of them. They are free. They're 30 minutes. I ask you questions beforehand to get to know you and your situation so that we can use those 30 minutes on the plan for you on opening your dealership or getting licensed or turning your dealership around and point towards success and profit. Okay. So that is all I have. As always, I am wishing you much success. Okay. I'm getting some questions. Okay. What's up, Adrian? Good to see you. Hey, what is the price for a second strategy session? Since we've talked, I've completed the license seminar and found a sweet location I really like. Just want to talk through next steps. So I don't offer 2 strategy sessions, Adrian, but what I will do is I'm going to reach out to you in email because I was going to send you an email today anyway to check in on your status in the licensing process. So look out for that, and then we can talk about moving forward from there, what your next steps are. Okay. Ulysses, you want a strategy session? Great. I'm looking forward to talking to you. I'll put the link in the description. All right. So look out for my email, Adrian, and schedule a strategy session. They are free currently, so get in while the getting is good. Perfect. I'm ready to move forward. Okay, great. Awesome. All right, CEOs. It's always a pleasure to be able to bring some of the information that's in the dark to light. Okay, so keep moving forward. Make a decision of, what you're going to do about this whole car business situation. Like, are you in? Are you out? And if you decide to be in, rock with me, because I want to help you be successful. All right. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.